Hey kids, rock and roll, rock on. All right, let us check my divine architecture at work in real time. Grand Transition 2020 calendar. We made it through May the 7th, which was a Scorpio full supermoon, the last of the supermoons of the year, and we survived. I did not have a good time from like the 4th to the 11th, which is today. I was severely depressed and had no energy. And spent my time eating and watching Brooklyn 99. And then Saturn retrograde, which brought us Obamagate, which is basically the Republican version of Russiagate, which is the Democrat version of that nothing burger. And so, our government's going to choose to go backwards in this cold civil war when we got real problems we need to solve. So that was no surprise. And now, today, Mercury is entering Gemini. And Gemini and Mercury are about communication. So this is my 4th video of the day. I'm not surprised because I'm having fun communicating with you. And I'm letting you know, me and a good friend, a brother, Fitzroy, we're going to the grocery store tonight, probably masked up and gloved up. So I'm going to live like I was dying in 2 weeks. That's a joke, but it's also truth. And, I don't know, man. And so on May 12th, Mars enter Pisces. So the war faction is going to get a little bit more imagination-ier and things will get muddled-ier. And then on the 13th, we get Venus retrograde. So we're going to have a giant burst of romance at the same time. And that Venus is going to be going retrograde in Gemini. And our president, who has a lot of influence, is a Gemini. And then on the 14th, Jupiter's going retrograde. So we're just checking our architectural calendar and staying on top of things. So, if you're single and you want to have a fling during Venus retrograde with somebody else who's single, please use protection. All right. And this is going to be potluck. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just talking. And in this weird, bizarre social economic virus experiment, the New Jersey beaches are on track to open Memorial Day weekend if New York beaches don't. And New York, New Jersey really is the American tip of the spear on this whole plague thing, with the Gemini duality spirit of Wall Street lust combined with the tough East Coaster with the Saturday Night Live sense of humor and a good grandma. So don't let us down, because I know we're doing well in Texas. I think the sunlight has a lot to do with it. We're in a solar minimum. Did I mention that? Yeah, so when the sun acts weird, Earth weather acts weird, and people act weird, and apparently Mother Nature acts weird too. All I can say is, wow, look at what's approaching the northeast limb in stereo, a huge hashtag solar cycle 25, Terminator 2020 space weather. So, I don't know, I keep hoping and praying for solar maximum to return, but we'll keep watching. We're definitely still in the solar minimum right now. And the sun is our friend. Yeah, the sun is our friend. Yeah, so I was really down for like a week. So now I'm up, happier, just grateful to be alive. And the fact that I can go to the grocery store, And TikTok, you don't stop. And what doesn't stop is the halvening. The halving? The halving. Less than 15 Bitcoin blocks to go before the Satoshi Nakamoto invention reduces its block electric capture blockchain by 50%. Bitcoin still seems to be down about 14% from its 10,000 2020 peak of about a week ago, 4 days. And so maybe it's already baked in the cake, as Wall Street would say, or Crypto Street. And the hipster trader is letting us know that futures were lower on fears of another wave of virus infections. But now, stocks rise amid technology rally and reopening plans. We're looking at over 100 cold records broken since Friday a.m. in the US of A. But Storm Chaser Nick is letting us know that it looks like Mario is going to jump straight over spring from cold and chilly to summer. So get ready for sick of lockdown, hot girl summer. I don't know, man. I would say play defense, but people get mad when I say that. What is it talking about? Oh, yeah. And as a single guy without kids, dating was weird enough before the plague. Now that the plague's here, it's like, oh man. But I'd still rank them like Billie Eilish first, and then maybe just Chastain second, Selena Gomez third, and let's hope there's a fourth somewhere. As far as ranking is probably turning people off, so I'll move on. I don't want to Leroy Jenkins myself. 15 years ago today, the legendary video was made where World of Warcraft, the greatest video game of all time, I forget which dungeon this was. Man, that was a hard dungeon, by the way. You had to do total teamwork. Does everybody even know what teamwork is anymore? Anyway, we got a Blue Angels flyover of Indianapolis starting at 2 p.m. tomorrow. And the Blue Angels are awesome. In support of all the first responders on the front lines and the people that are keeping society together. It's okay to take in the walk in the clouds with your imagination, baby. How do you feel about battle cats that are bored? Hey, y'all, Gizmodo is letting us know they have a ball tracking basketball hoops that makes it impossible to miss a shot. I was like, wow, I wonder if they'll make something like that for sex. So, every time you have sex, you can give your partner an orgasm. As a joke. Was it a good one? Speaking of jokes, I think politics is a braying ass. And why didn't they name pandemic GatesGate? That has a good joke. You like that one, baby? What are you wearing? All right, Venus retrograde starts on the 13th of May, which is 2 days. I challenge everyone, including myself, to walk 4 miles a day during the 40 days of Venus retrograde. Hey, so I asked Cranky Weather Guy to overlay the solar cycle graph with the S&P graph, I think, or the U.S. GDP growth, and it hit like 50% of the time, where it hit the highs of the lows 50% of the time with the solar cycle, whatever that means. Take it as you can. Billie Eilish wrote a whole song in its entirety during quarantine. I would like to hear it. Maddie Greenspan is really pumped about the Halvening. Well, we'll see how that goes, This is a generated palette. I found it extremely soothing. We're going to be looking out for storms tonight in Texas and New Mexico. Have you ever driven through New Mexico? It's beautiful. I miss driving. I really miss driving. I've been in lockdown for 2 years. Okay, was it talking about? Oh, yeah. But since the April 12th and 13th storms, the storms haven't really been that bad. But always be prepared, Cranksters talking about a strong, warm sector with our system, and that is where we'll find the connective development. Headed northeastward into New England next. Let's look at maps. Have you ever been depressed? Man, it is not fun whatsoever. But I guess it's something we all go through. But I was thinking, man, I'm so tired of us fighting, and it's like all we do is not get along, and I'm so ready for everyone to get along. Look at that system coming into California. And I'm super excited about going to the grocery store, but, it's still an adventure. I'm definitely going to load up on Gatorade. I'm going to buy some fruits and vegetables and do everything I can to eat them. And I'm going to try and do the 40-day. I'm going to do the Venus walk 4 miles a day for 40 days and see how I feel, because I've been staying inside way too much. This video has a conversational feel to it. And, man, you know what I'm ready for? A female Elvis. Are you somewhere feeling lonely tonight? Nah, because it's day, where I am. Yeah, this is 48-hour precipitation. You and I, we're looking at it together. There's a tiny bit of red, which means possible tornadoes in New Mexico. But they got a better chance of not hitting largely populated areas in New Mexico. Hopefully, Asteroid. That's where the coldness is, man. Over there. Or the blue and the purple. Yeah, I'm ready for adventure. I'm ready for action. Ready for love. Non sequitur. 2020 needs more light, love, and humor. The Houston Fire Department has responded to 5,862 incidents in 2013. With 713 fire service calls. So who doesn't love the fire department? So thank you to all the first responders out there, and especially my own Houston Fire Department and the Houston Police. Reed Timmer, rocking the groovy shades and the handlebar mustache, is saying, hey, dryline supercells are possible Wednesday evening, despite modest upper-level flow, given extreme instability ramping up of LLJ winds near sunset. When I was in my prime, I could have thought of something funny for LLJ, like Ladies Love Jam? Ladies Love Jupiter. Okay, that wasn't very good. Target area could be from West Texas up through western Oklahoma, even western Kansas. A complex of storms will likely be a factor. Isolated intense supercells Wednesday evening. Matthew Capucci had a chance to be in The Godfather 5 if they were going to make it. I just made that up. I love Asteroid Fight Club. I love you guys. I appreciate everybody out there. You guys are amazing. Phoenix is like, I'm so serious. Elon Musk apparently gets paid by the story he generates in the news. Anyway, I still think they should cancel the launch with his SpaceX launch on May 27th because all the retrogrades, and he's just kind of freaking out. Like the other day, he was like, hey man, I'm pulling Tesla out of California because you guys aren't opening up fast enough. And someone pointed out, hey, probably take you a long time to build a new factory in Texas or Nevada where you're talking about moving. And so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm like, dude, he's all scatterbrained, and he's doing his first SpaceX astronaut launch since like the 1980s with astronauts. They used to use the space shuttle back in the day, and now they're using Elon for the first time. And so it's like that explodes with the astronauts on it. I don't know, man. I'm just not sure that May is the best time for this project, but we'll see. Anyway, Jonathan's like Jim Bridenstine, who's the head of NASA, is probably Trump's only greatest success. Although, political people are going to be like, I know everything he does is super great. Anyway, actually been a pretty decent and engaging NASA administrator since he took office. I'm sure someone will tell me how wrong I am, but hey, it seems to me he's done a good job. I mean, I like Mr. Bridenstine, but like I said, hopefully no astronauts, we won't lose any actual astronauts on his watch. Is this Anna Kendrick or is it Sydney Sierrota? Sydney's married. I don't know Anna's relationship status. And the whole super cruise on the lookout for Arthur, which would be the first tropical development of the hurricane season. And so we're keeping our eye out. That's what we do, I think we're all kind of OCD. Natural sunlight gives you vitamin D. But you know what I'm looking for? Is that vitamin V, baby. Recovery vitamin V? Is that what I'm talking about? Anyway, I think we're going to see a W recovery shape because we're going to totally botch the reopening. And by the fall, it'll probably be back. That's a guess. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen next in 2020. I don't think anybody knows what's going to happen next in 2020. There are a lot of people who are out there who like to project confidence in the future of knowing exactly what's going to happen. That is not me today. Life is a mystery. Life is magic. Life is a gift. Life is a miracle. Air Force is setting up its super duper spy plane again. Is it a drone? Who knows? Who knows what it is? Outer space is weird. To this day, I can't tell you exactly what's in outer space and exactly what's going on with the sun. Wish I could, though. I'm pro Air Force. You may not be pro Air Force, although that looks like a drone. I like pilots. Pilots are cool. They've poured a lot of money into sexy cyborgs. I don't know if the real sexy cyborg, Naomi Wu, is a cyborg or a woman, but either way, she's reporting that it's a rainy night in bougie Shenzhen. And it's weird. Bougie is like an insult in the United States. If someone is bougie, that means that they are, they wear Gucci or they talk about, I don't even know. She looks pretty real, and she moves kind of robotic. That blink look real. Natural gas trader. It sounds like a guy who farts a lot. But who wants to trade in farts? Man, my jokes are bad. But, okay, I'll tell you this now. Every time I fart and I smell it, I get all happy because I'm like, yay, I don't have COVID. Because they say that once you get it, you can't smell nothing. Because, the evil plague turns your mucus into some crap you can't even smell or hear through. Anyhow. Yeah, so that is, here comes the heat. It's May like 26th. It's like 2 weeks away. But yeah, I think the sun kills the plague or makes it harder for it to live. So sunlight and heat, I'm going to be looking forward to. And I'm going to be doing my Venus 4 miles a day for the 40 days. So that's from like the 13th to the 25th or something like that of June. Do it with me. Come on. The blue line represents today's calibrated tropical cyclogenesis risk. The black line represents the 12Z cycle from like 12 hours ago. And so, with the atmospheric defense, it keeps pushing it out to sea. This thing we've been watching. But the Gulf is still hot, 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 hot. Oh, yeah, and we are watching. I mean, this has definitely a chance to develop, but I don't think it's going to be a threat to land. And I'm not that worried about hurricane season this season. But we'll watch like the Hawk or a sexy cyborg. They probably have good vision. 22 great recent movies you may have missed. I'm going to have to check that out. And I still think the best doubleheader for the plague season has been first you watch Shawshank Redemption, and then you watch The Natural with Robert Redford. That's probably the best doubleheader you're going to get during this plague season. Let me know what you think is a great doubleheader in the comments section. Nicholas Barreto is keeping an eye on Invest 95W as it continues to slowly organize in the Western Pacific. It could become a tropical depression pretty soon as it slowly gains latitude somewhere towards the Philippines. Its strength and track are unknown for now. And so, the atmospheric defense, as far as I know, has only been super kicking ass for the United States of America. And so hopefully they can translate some of that success to other places to help save lives. Because defense is something we all need on Earth. And I say that as your planetary defense commander. Did I mention I'm going to the grocery store? I'm very excited about that. Christine Rapp woke up this morning and thought, let's try making a quiche. I hope you had a great Mother's Day. My mom used to make me quiche a lot when I was a kid and a teenager and stuff. And she makes fantastic quiche. Quiche is good. Part of it is in the crust, but then it's in the whole quiche thing. I don't know if I'm going to make a quiche because that's complicated, but I look forward to going to the grocery store. Comet 67, talking about Comet Swan. It was taken from Mountain Dale in Western Australia on the 10th of May. Proof that comets look good even when they're upside down. It's all relative, really. Val is talking to her laptop, saying, hey, I need to get away from all of this stress. Val, her mood is, can't we just go on vacation? It's all relative. Ivan the K apparently is questioning Two Door's rationale on Bitcoin. And everything's questionable these days. Da-dee-da-dee-boo is not trying to muddy the waters, but this post is about timing and location. And so, yeah, we're watching. I'm watching, baby, buddy, everybody. There will, of course, be an oscillation to the process at times. That's what she said. Weather is variable, not born of two-dimensional static mapping. Hey, thanks, Captain Obvious. I just kidding. He's my buddy. Yet warmer temperatures will dominate while any post-minor system cools downs are brief. Meaning that, like, heat's going to be the main story. But, yeah, we're going to get bursts of, like, oh, holy crap, this is weird cold in the summer, spring. So, system brings cooler weather. Pacific surge entices Atlantic ridge build. System exit. Ridge takes over. New system slides across. Ridge retreats. New Pacific surge. Ridge rebuilds warmer each time forward. Cranky weather guy just keeps getting better and better. Kind of like Asteroid Fight Club. I hope. I'm a Sagittarius. She's a Sagittarius. How can I not be in love with her? She's single. She's unmarried. She's extremely talented. She's flipping gorgeous. She's got a great smile, great laugh. And the Sagittarius are like optimistic and hilarious. Yeah, sure, we can have a downward spiral of depression, but it usually doesn't last very long, although it hits hard and it hits deep. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know if you know this, but I have a crush on Billy. Didn't you ever read any Charles Bukowski? Girls. He wrote a book called Girls. It's a really good book. Here are 2 views of moisture flowing toward the western U.S. this week. First, a big picture profile of total precipitable water, followed by a goes west zoom of mid-level water vapor outlining the large lower powering the transport and lift for beneficial rains. And yeah, I've loved Selena for like 9 years, but she's a total tease, man. Like an emotional tease. Like she'll come within like 4 feet of me, but I can't get a hug. That sounds weird, but it's true. It's true. It's true. It's happened like 5 times in my life. Like, this is so weird. Why can't I get a hug? And nowadays, she'd be like, oh, social distancing. I mean, she never talked to me. It's all weird, man. You probably have faith when I'm telling you because you go through the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're watching this, dude. I got my eyes. I'm your hurricane man. Well, it's a hurricane team, really. We're all superheroes these days. Am I right? Or super villains. Choose your team, man. How long is this video going to be? I don't even know. We're looking at morning instability. That's what she said. It's the afternoon, though. Unless you're on the West Coast, then it's still morning. Greg Diamond, shining bright after an April with above-average tornado activity. May has started off extraordinarily quiet. Through the 10th, the U.S. typically averages 106 tornado reports. This year, none. It looks like Boston's going to get a wicked clip-up. We're talking about marginal potential. That is not what she said about me, because I got mad. All right, so Mercury is the one planet that gets to go between all the planets and the sun, passing messages around, and he's so mercurial, they never screw him up, even though he's tiny. Anyhow, so Mercury is a messenger of communication. I'll be around talking to you guys, and because I'm grateful that I can. And I love you guys and appreciate y'all very much. And I'm going to the grocery store tonight. I'm excited about that. And there's always a chance that love will be in the air and on my lips. So pray for me that I find a good woman someday. And world peace. 1,000 years of peace would be great. I'm so sick of everybody fighting all the time, especially over the dumbest crap, you know. I really don't want to spend the next 6 months talking about Obama. But technically, I don't want to spend the next 6 months talking about any politician. All right. Part of me thinks that, hey, you could just run away. You know, I did think about this the other day, though. If I had a girlfriend, the chance of me being planetary defense commander would probably go way down. I mean, I'm just saying that, like, I don't know. Sometimes it would be nice to be a normal human being, do normal human things, and not have to have, like, 87,000 deaths be on my conscience. That, like, I'm supposed to be doing what I can to help and prevent all, you know, make the world a better place. Right now, shit ain't good. You know, things are sketchy, and everybody's fighting like, oh, this is great. No, I mean, not everybody, but anyway. So I love you guys. You guys are great. I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm going to the grocery store. It's gonna be an adventure. Somehow, if I do get the virus and die, well, I'm not that worried about it. It's Texas and it's super sunny. And like I said, I'm gonna be wearing a mask, and hopefully most people in the store will be wearing a mask. But life, it's a crapshoot. You never know how long you're gonna make it. But you know that I love you and I appreciate you, and I'm gonna do my best. That's what I do. Peace out. God bless everyone.